Hello there guys and welcome back to a brand new video. Now I don't normally upload on a Saturday, but this morning it came to my attention that there are even more rumours surrounding a KOTOR remake. Earlier this week we had a rumour from the Bespin Bulletin about KOTOR, but around 13 hours ago as of me writing and recording this, Jordan Mason, a trusted inside source for Star Wars, posted on Twitter with some new details. Before getting into it though, if you want to stay up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any more videos. So last night Jordan tweeted saying, "Heard some fun game stuff this week. Nothing huge and no real details. You know how the Jedi Knight games and Episode 1 Racer got Switch and modern console releases? I'm hearing that KOTOR 1 and 2 will get the same at some point this year." In a second tweet he said, "Note, this would be separate from the upcoming remake thingy, which would incorporate elements to include it into the canon. These would just be straight up upscaled ports." This therefore makes Jordan at least the third trusted source within the last year and the second within the last week to report about a new KOTOR game indeed coming. If we are indeed getting KOTOR 1 and 2 remakes later this year, then I honestly wouldn't really be too surprised. KOTOR 2 came to mobile back in December, and in recent years we've seen a number of older Star Wars games making their way onto the PlayStation and Xbox, so seeing a fan favourite such as KOTOR 1 and 2 re-released for consoles would not be a surprise. As for this new KOTOR game coming out to include it into the canon, this is now the third time in a year, as I've said, that we've heard about this. We really know nothing about this project yet other than it's being made, but no one knows where yet. Last February, games journalist Jason Schreier, a trusted source within the industry, claimed that there was a KOTOR game being made, however it was not known where it was actually being made. What we did know though is that it wasn't being made by BioWare or anywhere else in EA for that matter. Within this past week, the Bespin Bulletin, another trusted source within the community, also said that there was a KOTOR game being made, but again they were unaware as to where it is being made. Yes, this is what Jason Schreier said last year, and they even mentioned that in their report, but the fact that we now have two sources claiming this information, things could certainly be looking up for KOTOR fans. And finally, going back to Jordan's tweet, he's now obviously the third trusted source, as I said, to put out this information. Whilst I never really tried to look into leaks too much, the fact that we've had these three different and trusted sources saying this information, I think it could be pretty likely that we'll get some kind of official news surrounding this in some way over the next few months, or at least during this year. There is of course every chance that we won't, but only time will tell. If this is all legitimate information and we really are getting a new KOTOR game for the canon, then I would be a little bit surprised. I would have thought that they'd really want to focus what they can on the High Republic, especially as that's a totally new era. I would think that they'd want to release a number of games in the coming years, and perhaps they will. With Lucasfilm Games opening up the license, we could no doubt see many of them and some more announcements later this year, so perhaps this is a perfect time to bring back the Old Republic as well. Over the last few years we've had a number of references to the Old Republic era in the canon, and a couple of weeks ago we got these two new cosmetics in Squadrons. Whilst this was in collaboration with SWTOR, it further involves the Old Republic era into the canon, and even gives us the two symbols of the leading factions during that time. Even Exegol in The Rise of Skywalker was a homeworld of the ancient Sith, and in the concept art we see the likes of Revan, Malak, Nihilus and others, so it really wouldn't surprise me if we started to see some Old Republic content come out within the next few years. I think it will definitely start off with the games, as the High Republic era seems to be a big focus for novels and comics, and even the upcoming TV show The Acolyte. It's also worth noting that if we did get a KOTOR game for the canon, this would not be a KOTOR 3, so it wouldn't be a sequel to KOTOR 2, it would likely be a completely new story but set at a similar time and with similar characters. Whether they completely change the story or not I don't know, but my guess is that they'll try to mix it up a little bit so that it's not too much of a copy. Anyway guys, that is pretty much all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Do you think we're going to see a new KOTOR game or do you not? That is it from me though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.